Hello, and welcome to some more Magic the Gathering Pauper, playing a really interesting list, Serpentine Dredge. Now, Serpentine Curve is a pretty cool deck of its own right, but a viewer, Booleah, once again, sent me a list, and it's this thing. So we got 62 cards in the main. Not sure if it's supposed to be 62, but this is the list I was given. And it had 13 on the sideboard, so we'll talk about everything going on, but this list looks crazy, and I am super excited to play it because it looks stupid fun. Like it's doing a lot of interesting things. I'm probably gonna mess up the play patterns massively, but let's look into this deck. So for the land, we have 19 lands, including 4 Dimir Aqueducts, which is the bounce land, taps for 2, 9 islands, 2 swamps, and 4 Saprazzan Skerry, or however you say it. It's basically, we've played the wood version of the forest version of this in Infect. Basically, it enters the battlefield with depletion counters on it, and when you tap it, you remove the depletion counter and add 2 mana of blue for this one. So that's the land, pretty simple. Just a blue-black deck, heavily on the blue side of it. We have 1 Artful Dodge, which target creature can't block this turn, and it has flashback. So hopefully the idea can't be blocked. Target creature can't be blocked. So the idea is hopefully we can get in with Serpentine Curve and crush them. Having flashback is nice because we're going to eventually dredge over our deck. 4 Brainstorms, pretty self-explanatory. 4 Careful Studies, draw 2 cards and then discard 2 cards. 3 Thought Scours, target player mills 2 cards, draw a card. 4 Innocent Bloods, each player sacrifices a creature. We are basically not playing any creatures until this. So Innocent Blood is just kind of a one-sided one-drop sack effect. Jace's Erasure. Whenever you draw a card, you may have target player mill a card. Obviously, I think we're going to be targeting ourselves most of the time, but it could be an alternate pathway. So we shall see. 3 snaps. You live long enough to become the villain, right? Return target creature to owner's hand, untap 2 islands. Hate this card. I am not a fan of this card by any stretch of the imagination. I absolutely hate it. I can completely see why it's in this deck. I just don't like this card, but it is a powerful card, so let's use it. Tolarian Winds. Discard all cards in your hand, then draw that many cards. If we have a Dredgers in the grave, the fact you discard first too is also really good. So Flood of Recollection, return target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand, exile it. So we get to pick up some of our cards here. If we mill over like Serpentine Curve, or we want another Serpentine Curve, Ideas Unbound, draw 3 cards, discard 3 cards at the beginning and next end step. So we could just dredge a bunch right off the gate out of it. Essence Harvest, target player loses X life and you gain X life, where X is the power among creatures you control. And then we have our Dredge Suite, Stinkweek Imp and Brownscale. And then last but not least, Serpentine Curve, which is a 4-drop sorcery that creates a 0/0 green and blue fractal creature token. It gets +1/+1 counters on it, where X is the number of instant and sorcery cards in your exile and in your graveyard. So anything we mill over can make this dude a ginormous. And that's what the kind of the plan is. We got the dredge cards to kind of turbo into a ginormous Serpentine. So I'm pretty interested to see how this works. And the sideboard, my dog's got his cheek in. Hold on. Sideboard wise, we have 4 Hydroblasts, pretty self-explanatory. Counter target red spell, counter destroy target red permanent, especially with Kennel Fiend and Burn. Fade away. For each creature its controller sacrifices a permanent unless they pay 1. So that's kind of an interesting card. I mean, of course, we don't have to worry about that because we don't barely gonna have creatures, but kind of interesting. Advanced Stitchwing is pretty cool. If it's in the graveyard, you can basically pay 3 to discard 2 cards and return it to the battlefield. So that's pretty cool. I wonder if it looks like you probably do that at instant speed too. Funeral Charm, an 8-rack card. Target player discards a card. Target creature gets +1, -2/10 a turn. Target creature gains Swamp Block 10 a turn. I'm a little bit curious to where we're bringing in Funeral Charm for the matchup. Also, Funeral Charm. Did it ever have a common reprint? I thought this was the only print of it. Pauper legal. Okay. So it was originally in Visions. And this is a Time Spiral version, but it was originally in Visions as a common. Good to know. So I'm a little curious where we're bringing Funeral Charm in at. Maybe against like fairies. Could be an option. Last Rites, discard any number of cards target player reveals their hand. Then you may choose a non-land card from it for each card discarded this way. That player discards those. That seems really good against hot dogs. And then where we didn't have the full 15, I threw in Nihil Spellbombs. Nihil Spellbomb is a one-sided graveyard nuke, and we could draw a card off of it. So I threw in Nihil Spellbomb as some graveyard hate if need be. But that's the deck. Let's play some games. Like I said, I am really interested in seeing how this does. And like I said, I know I'm going to play this wrong. Booleah, I expect you in the comments to kind of help us out here. And this is a hand I don't know about. I think I'm going to keep it. Like I said, I don't know about this hand. We have the Flood of Recollection, so like if we could Thought Scour ourselves into a Dredge card, we could just open up the floodgates, you know, kind of thing. I think I'm going to lead on Thought Scour. What is this guy? Okay. Yeah, I think I'm just going to lead on Thought Scour here. Yeah, I'm definitely leading on Thought Scour then. Also, I'm not familiar playing with blue. Blue's not a strat that I normally play a lot, so bear with me. I'm not sure what flavor of white-black this is going to be, but definitely a little bit worried on about a card we did not want to draw. I'm a little bit curious about, like, because we don't have... That's not a good... Because if you look, we don't have really counter spells or any kind of like protection. Soul Sisters, okay. Like for our Serpentine Curve, we just have the potential to pick it back up kind of thing. I'm just gonna bounce this Raider back to hand. With Snap. So our Serpentine Curve is a little is a little vulnerable. But I think it is in the regular Serpentine deck too. Deadly Dispute. Yep. Oh well. Hits us for 1, I would assume. Oh, is this white black or is this Abzan? Do you like grabbing the Aqueduct here? Okay. No. Just do it this way. Play you. Pick up you. And then just pass. We'll have Innocent Blood now, which their Soul Sisters deck is not going to be that good. But now, well, I guess Brownscale is not going to dredge quite as well as Stinkweek Imp will. I'm just worried about the curve being protected once we get the big Serpentine out. The big Serpent. I'm a little worried about it being protected. And I also have Chumpers for days. I mean, like I said, we can mill into our Artful Dodge, but this doesn't seem like a good matchup for us. Why is Soul Sisters now everywhere? Back when I played Soul Sisters, you could barely run into this deck, and now it's like, this is 2 times I've sat down to play in a row, and I've come across some kind of sistery deck, which I'm not sure what flavor this one is. Why wouldn't you play the 2/1 flyer over this dude? They have the exact same effect. We almost need like counter magic or something. What's Fade Away do again? Yeah, Fade Away is coming in for this matchup. That's for show. I might bring in Stitchwing as an alternate plan here. Innocent Bloods are probably going out. I mean, I'm probably going to play Innocent Blood next turn, but... Dredge, please. Always yield. Fuck, I shouldn't have dredged, because then Jace's insurance... the Jace thing didn't work. Fuck. Huh. You know what this needs? Otherworldly Gaze. Is that a common? Hold on. Sorry, opponent, I gotta look for something. Is it not in this one? Blue Dredge. That's a common. This needs Otherworldly Gaze in it. That needs to be put in this deck. Really badly. Well, Poopadoo. That didn't work out at all like I thought. You know what? I hate to do it this way, but I think we need to pick up Brainstorm. I feel like this is something we need to do. As much as we need to, like, have this card in case we mill over. We could just mill them for 6 right here. Okay, put 2 cards on top. Let's put you and you back on top. And then we'll mill us twice. And then we'll mill them 4 times. I know the idea is to mill ourselves, but with us not having a Serpentine Curve, I feel like this is probably the better route. Wow, their deck's really different. Not really super Solstice-y. There's the Inspiring Overseer, so they're just playing a bunch of it. Okay. And then we can draw 3 cards. We get to discard 3, and we'll just dip these 3, or I guess it depends on what we got. Nope. I guess we're on the we could just mill our opponent out plan here. You know? I'm just going to ditch the Dredgers here and probably the Dimir Aqueduct. No, keep that. I mean, I'm probably going to ditch it anyway, so what's it matter? Well, that was an interesting turn. Like I said, I don't want to. Well, we're in this weird like phase where like we really want that Serpentine Curve, and then we can start dredging, kind of thing. You know, what I feel like. Our opponent, I think, is a little stuck on land here, which is probably helping us out a lot. Like, can't imagine if this was hot dogs or something. You know, I feel like we'd be dead by now. But yeah, I think we just Tolarian Winds next turn. I think we just draw for normal, and then Tolarian Winds next turn, and unless we draw the Serpentine Curve. Yeah, I do feel like we need Otherworldly Gaze here pretty badly. That was not a good draw. Just have them pitch 2 cards. What is this saying? Okay. Play land, I suppose. This is just to draw 2. We're just kind of digging for 1 card, so these enchantments are doing work. This is probably not how this deck is intended to be played, but it is how it is being played. There it is. All right. Now we're on the turbo clock here. No. Turn off auto yields. Turn off auto yields. Nice. Well, we'll see if it lives or not. That's the real question. Cast down. Fuck. Yeah, I think Otherworldly Gaze would be a good cycle card to add into here. Leave my baby alone. I don't want to dredge here. I'm not gonna Artful Dodge here. Don't think it's worth it. They took it, and I know why they took it. Because they had a lot of life. No, they finally found their other land. That's a little alarming. They're going in for the attack here. It's a wild game, man. It's a wild game one. This deck is cool so far. Like, this deck is super cool so far. I will say that. This deck is super cool so far. I think if I would have, after I'd drawn that Serpentine Curve, milled us 4 more, we could have potentially had more done here, more to do. If an opponent lost life this turn, each opponent... Okay. Sure. Yeah, I feel like Otherworldly Gaze should be a 4 of, though, in this deck. I don't know you'd trim down, because there's like so much going on in this deck already. Innocent Blood's kind of interesting. But I don't think we play it. I think we Careful Study instead. I mean, we could just Careful Study into nothing, you know? That's a possibility. Oh, that ain't nothing. We can't Innocent Blood, we get rid of our own dude. Duh. He does have a Lunarch Veteran in the grave. Wait, did I pick myself? Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Totally clicked that wrong. That was the game. That was literally the game. That was literally the game, because I forgot there's a target loses X life on the first part of that. It's just game. I only read cards, brain. Why don't you read the card? The card clearly states. I just thought gain X life. What's weird is making a target. I thought we just gain life. Stupid. Stupid brain. Oh, I feel dumb about that. I really do. I really do. That was game because we had Artful Dodge too. If we lose this game, it was totally because of that play right there. 100%. That's the reason why we lost this game. So we had the win. And then me not reading everything thoroughly. Oh, that's a punt. That's a feel bad about yourself punt, too. It's not like, oh, shoot, I didn't see it. That was just... Ooh. You know what I mean? We could get... We could draw another... thing. The card we have exiled. We could draw another Flood of Recollection and then replay the Essence Harvest. But that was not good. Because we also didn't gain a bunch of life either, like we should have. So, there's that. Like I said, if we lose this game, that's all on me. Because there was no reason to be that stupid. Well, we are definitely not dredging. Oh, that's so frustrating. Because it's like, we had it too, and I just have to be an idiot, you know? It's like, yeah. Bringing back a Lunarch Veteran from the grave. Potentially. Oh no, Vampire's Kiss, okay. Okay. Well, I'm definitely going to play this Stinky Boy to help chump in the air. Yeah, Artful Dodge is the only thing we have in the grave, and I'd rather... Don't know if they'll chump block or not. Yeah, they will. Okay. Something to note is we might just be getting into a territory where we need to start picking up our Stinkweek Imps just to play them as blockers. Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have a lot of flashback cards. Yeah, I really think Otherworldly Gaze needs to be thrown in here somewhere. But like I said, I don't know where you would cut cards. You know, I really don't know where you'd cut them at. Fuck it, just play an 80 card deck. I can't imagine they keep attacking. They might, though. Okay. Like I said, I honestly might just pick up Stinkweek Imp here, just to replay it. But if we dredge, though, we don't get to mill them, and we're in a race to mill them at this point, I feel like. There's the unicorn. Nah, we're in a race to mill them now. That was not a good draw. I will say that. Yep, I screwed myself with that Essence Harvest. I really do think, too, the only way we're going to win this game is to mill them out. The only way we are actually going to win this game is to pick up that Essence Harvest, or to draw another Serpentine Curve. I will say this, their lack of removal is kind of terrifying. I'm not seeing, like, hardly anything in here that's removal. Well, that wasn't good, was it? This is game 1. We haven't even gotten to game 2. We are playing literally 2 of the chunkiest decks. Someone just needs to play Tortured Existence, apparently. I mean, like, really, think about it. They are on 8 minutes on game 1. This is insane. I'm still going to draw, because like I said, if we can draw something that's impactful, you know what I mean? We'll probably draw Innocent Blood again. We have 27 cards in our deck. We have 3 Serpentine Curves still. You know what I mean? We could just draw the other Stinkweek Imp, potentially. We could just draw a draw card. Remember how many draw cards we still have in the deck? You know? We're getting into a bad situation, though. Because they do have 4 points of damage on the ground. But we need to find something within, like, the next couple turns here. We need to find something next turn. Like, this draw needs to be something good. Like, something really good. The best card in our deck is going to be the Recollection. That's going to be the best card for us to get. Because it will allow us to play Essence Harvest, and that will put us back in the game. Gotta be this turn. Oh my god, really? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have enough mana. Let's click this right this time. Gain 12. Back up to 16, baby. We're hanging in there. Like I said, we're not winning yet. We're not winning yet. This... Yeah, Ideas Unbound would be probably our best draw for next turn. This is absurd game 1. This is crazy. It's fun, though. It's a fun, intense game, but I am super ahead on clock. Doesn't mean I'm going to win, but it's something worth noting. They are going to dig a little bit in their deck. They found something. No, they did not. Still going. I'm just saying, man, we can draw Brainstorm. We still have 3 Brainstorms. We still have 2 Careful Studies. 3 Ideas Unbound. All still in the deck. Or even Thought Scour. Thought Scour would do it. We have a lot of cards in our deck that we need to hopefully draw this turn. Here comes the alpha. Where we're blocking. It's weird that triggered like that. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they can do 7, take us to 2, and they could do 2. But I'm like, if we dredge Brownscale, then we gain 2. Oh my god, yes! Oh, yes! Oh, they had another unicorn coming. That'll do it. What a fucking game. Put YouTube back on top. Oh, here you are, milled. We did it. What a crazy game 1, man. What an absolutely absurd game 1. That was fucking wild, man. That was crazy. Fade Away comes in. Wowee. Funeral Charm is interesting, actually. I had a lot of negative one-ofs, so that might be worth it bringing it. I'm going down the Innocent Bloods 1000%. So maybe just bring these guys in. Just leave it like that. There's an argument for Nihil Spellbomb for the Disturb dude. There's also an argument for Advanced Stitchwing. In all honesty, there's a very good argument for that. I don't know how good of an argument it is. But just having a 3/4 feels pretty big compared to what they're doing. It might be worth it. I'm going to go down 2 of the Idea Unbounds. And 1... I'm going to go down 1 Brownscale. Don't know how well that plan's going to be, but the reason why I went down the Unbounds is because you have to discard 3 cards with that one. And I feel like we want to keep our hand a little bit in place here for the Advanced Stitchwing. Our opponent's going to have a hard time beating us in under 4 minutes, though. You know, game 1 just took 42 minutes almost. I don't know how long my intro was. Oh, and they backed out. They probably knew. This is a hand I would have kept, too. So, well, we got there with match 1. Like I said, I don't think our opponent could have... I don't think our opponent could have had the time to beat us on that one. That was a sweet game, though. That was super fun. It would have been a lot close. It would have ended a lot sooner if it wasn't for that horrible Essence Harvest misplay. And our opponent might have had more time on board. So I do apologize to our opponent for that. But we still got there, and you know, it is what it is. Yeah, Otherworldly Gaze seems like an auto include in this deck. I just don't know what you'd trim. Careful Study seems awesome. Ideas Unbound seems great. Tolarian Winds, maybe? I mean, I get why it's in here. Because you could potentially just go turbo real quick, real fast. But I don't know if I like Tolarian Winds that much because where you want curve in your hand. But I mean, if you have kind of a junk hand and you have this, and like, let's say your opening hand is like 4 mana, Stinkweek Imp, Tolarian Winds, and then just whatever that's not Serpentine Curve or Flood Recollection, then like Tolarian Winds would be kind of awesome because then you just go land, then you dump, you know. But yeah, maybe the Tolarian Winds could go out. Well, we're at 62. That would just bring us down to 60, which might be better for us. Maybe Otherworldly Gaze is just better than Thought Scour. You know, because Otherworldly Gaze, it's a 1-drop that allows you to put 3 cards, look at the top 3 cards of your library, put any number of them in your graveyard. So you could cycle through. So yeah, maybe it is a lot better than Thought Scour is. I guess Thought Scour, you get the offshoot that you could mill your opponent. You know? Because like last game, it was an out. It was one of our outs. So maybe that's a play line and a good argument for Thought Scour. But I just feel like Otherworldly Gaze is going to be better because we're going to be milling over our cards, right? With Stinkweek Imp and Brownscale and Otherworldly Gaze, you can flashback. Maybe next time I play this deck, I will do Otherworldly Gaze. It's not amazing, but it's not horrendous either. I'm just like, it's like one of those things like this hand's not bad if our opponent's a little bit slow doing their thing, which Slagwoods, maybe? Are they Jund Wildfire? If so, we have a little bit of a hand to set up here. Although they're going to have all the removal in the world, which is going to be super good against us. I'm assuming this is Wildfire. Wow, that land is cool looking. What's that one from? Secret Lair? Yep, they totally are. I might just fire off this Innocent Blood next turn because we stop them from ramping even more, and then, like, I mean, that's what they're going to sack anyway if they decide to pirate us, you know? I'm going to target myself. We can start, hopefully, opening the floodgates a little bit. Play you, I suppose. Play you. And then pass. I feel like we need 4 of these dudes. This card was a great alternate win condition last game. And they also seem to just enable our plan a lot better. So maybe these need to be a 4 of. Because they work better in multiples anyway. This deck's really cool though so far. Like I love what we're doing with this deck a lot. I don't know how practical dredging with Serpentine Curve is, but and Jace's Erasure, since you don't draw off of dredging, but I like the idea of it a lot. And we could just next turn just play Stinkweek Imp as a blocker. I can't get my microphone tightened up. Hold on. Uh-oh. Whoops, did I break something? My microphone's a little loose. Hold on, what's happening here? I'm messing. If I scoop, I'm sorry, but this lag is miserable. That stinks. But I understand. Gonna have to fix my microphone after this matchup. It's too bad this isn't a... Oh, that was good. Oh. One, two, three, four, five. Be a 5/5. Play old Stinky Boy. Let me mess with my microphone. Please hold. Please hold. Blast. That's not very nice. Now is it? Can't believe you're gonna blast my Stinky Boy. Why wouldn't you edit this out? Why would I? You guys gotta know all the stuff that goes into this. He blast my face, but not the Death Toucher. Okay. But did not attack into it. There we go. Microphone fixed. It was a loosey-goosey, but now it is not. Fuck it. Now we can kind of protect our token a little bit from Chainer's Edict, not cast down. Not cast down one bit, no how. Or, you know, just Gal Blast Chainer's Edict. There's that too. Which I think if they do, we just scoop, because it's like, what do we got to do now? I'll tell you what we do is we just, hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We still have 7 lands in the deck. We just play Stinkweek Imp and Flood of Reflection, I suppose, is what we probably do. Or drop Packmate, maybe. Could be Thorn. If they sit behind Monarchy, we're going to be in trouble. Big old trouble. We'll probably just play Stinky number 2 next turn. Draw like normal, mill them. Now we can just start milling them because we have a ton of cards in the grave. I mean, in the... Yeah, in the graveyard. We have a ton of cards for the tokens. So, we can start doing that. Start milling them per turn and try to draw some relevant stuff for us. Oh, I think our opponent lagged out. Be my guess. You know, you could just, if they lag out and you win this game, you could just edit this whole section out where you messed with the microphone and you had a game that didn't go through. Now, hey, get out of my sandwich. Now. Yeah, I kind of wonder if they did lose connection here. Come on. Come on, come on. GG, man. IDK if this will send out, but your deck is badass, man. I am stuck. That sucks to hear. And thank you. I mean, I'm not taking credit for it. Well, I mean, I guess I kind of am taking credit for it, but not intentionally. I would like to go first. Well, okay then. I guess we're just on a winning streak here. My guess is they weren't meant to join, join like a friend or something and click the wrong one. Be my guess. I don't know if we're going to get into 3 games. We're already pressing the hour mark. We've only had 1 full game this whole time. And unfortunately, I don't have all day just to do this. I'll tell you what. If we can't get into a full... I don't know about this hand. We have a bunch of draw twos. I'll risk it for the biscuit keep. If we can't get into... If we can't get into some, like at least a full match, then I'll play this again Saturday. Okay, how about that? Because I already got something lined up for Thursday. If I can't get into full, like get in some more games of this, I'll play this exact list again. Well, not this exact list. I'll probably put in other Worldly Gazes. But I'll play it, I will play it. I do like the fact that we can... Oh! Come on. Ditch you. I guess I can't cast you. We'll play this again Saturday to get some more games in, because I really like this deck and I want to play more of it. I kind of want to see how the deck is, how it feels, and we're just not getting into very good luck. Elves is not what I was expecting when I decided to sit down and play Magic today. Probably going to ditch Essence Harvest, as weird as it is to say, since we could probably pick it up eventually. We're loading up the Serpentine Curve quickly. We just need to get lands. That's our problem here. We need to find some land. Too bad Life of the Loam isn't common, right? Life of the Loam in this deck would be sweet. I swear if this opponent, like, disconnected too, I'm just going to be like, seriously? Today is not a day for Magic. Yep. Actually, those are the two best probably to ditch. It is worth noting Snap could potentially screw them up. Oh, that one. No, we need more land, so... Okay. Brainstorm's kind of interesting. Okay. Let's do you and you. And we'll keep this snap up for later. 3, 4, 5, 6. We have a 6/6 Serpentine Curve currently. We're going to draw another land, so we could go land. Sure. We could go land Jace's Erasure and start milling ourselves and like Stinkweek Imp ourselves. Sure. I've not seen elves in quite some time, I must say. Let's screw up their plan a little bit here. At least attempt to. I mean, they're going to play it again this turn, but it is what it is. Funeral Charms definitely come in. This is another matchup where Innocent Blood's not going to be very good. We do need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, 3 or 5. So we are one shy. of Jace's Erasure being any good, unfortunately. And our opponent's going to do a lot of bullshit next turn. More than likely. Yep. What was the other ones? Hurt creature. Okay, so they've basically won, right? Let's go to game 2. We're not getting through this wall of nonsense. We might with Fade Away. For what it's worth, keep him tapped down. Or Funeral Charm. Take out those Innocent Bloods. And I'm just going to run it back like that. Actually, Last Rites might be good. Take out the Tolarian Winds. Last Rites might be good. It could be. They had a hell of a start, though, didn't they? I'm going to keep this. Probably lead on Careful Study. Let them build up a board maybe a little bit before we fade away. I also want to try to find a black mana. Or just a better mana source than this. Oh, those are all good. I don't want to ditch the Funeral Charm. Just in case we do find... I feel like we need more black sources in this deck. Fuck. Oh, I hate that. Yeah, I feel like we need more black sources in this deck. Maybe these Saprazzan Skerries need to come out to be... That is super obnoxious. That's going to be real good real quick. I feel like these need to be a dual land instead. Maybe the gain 1 life, black blue land. Like, I get the point of these is because you're supposed to like turbo up your lands a little bit, but I just don't know if I agree with that. The problem is they have every fucking piece of mana you'd want to. So they could just spend a turn saving all their creatures. Yeah, I think we're already out of this game, too. I don't think we have a chance. Relic is super good against us. Who would have thunk it? Artful Dodge is definitely not good. Oh, hey, wait. They're tapped out. Never mind. It's a one-sided board wipe. Yeah, it's not... Yeah. Okay. That works, I guess. We can do that a few more times. Unfortunately, we don't have any good creatures because they can just do this every turn forever. And then we're out of luck. We can't play Brownscale at all. Got 2 cards in hand. Like, I don't know if Fade Away this time is going to be worth it. Well, we're definitely on the mill them route now. That's for sure. Oh, poopadoo. It's whether or not we want to attempt to board wipe them now. Fuck it. Not here for a long time. We're here for a good time. Definitely tap my mana poorly here. I forgot about that card doing that. I don't know why I don't just read cards. I don't know why that's so hard for me to do. Just read the text that's on the card. It explains how cards work. I like Fade Away. I'm a fan of it. I'm a fan of it. Land of War Elves. Mill you. No point in milling us, because they can just do the thing. You know what? Let's just make a 1/1. Let's just see what they do. Oh shit, it doesn't matter, because it's also exile. Read the fucking text on the card, brain. Because it's also exile. Shit. I don't know why that's so hard for me just to do. Is to just read the fucking text of the card. It does not matter, because Serpentine Curve does its... Oh my god. Sometimes I amaze myself by how dumb I am. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes it's pretty impressive. It's like, really? Distant Melody, choose a creature type, draw. Wow, that's good. Just refill your hand, why don't you? Here comes that sumbitch. Fade away. I only have the 2 though, don't I? I don't imagine he blocks here. If we had one more land, that'd be nice. But we do have this, for what it's worth. Bloop, bloop, bloop. We are trying to put up a good fight here. But I don't think it matters. I really don't. So like I said, we're trying to fight the good fight. God damn these Timberwatch elves. Yup. The only way we win is top deck Essence Harvest. And then Artful Dodge. That's it. That's our only win. It's the only way. Now there's no way. And we drew the Essence Harvest! They're tapped out, though. They're tapped out, though. It doesn't matter. They're tapped out, though. Well, I guess they have Corian Ranger, don't they? Yep. Damn it. Some of them a bitch. You got rid of my Artful Dodge. Oh, it was close. I got really excited for the Essence Harvest. One, two. And we're dead. Alright. Close, but no cigar. Close, but no cigar. Let's see if we can't get into one last game. I'll probably still play this. I might not play this Saturday since we did get into kind of a full game there. But I will definitely probably play this next week. The Serpentine Dredge list. It's just so cool. A lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Kind of like having 62 cards in the main. As weird as that to say. I think the mana base is a little weird. We are having a little bit of trouble. Like I said, like look at our deck. There's hardly any black sources, right? But it's still enough of we don't have enough mana in black that it's a bit of an issue. Plus that one land, the dual land. Ugh, I'll keep this. The dual land that bounces. If we had the land that enters where you gain a life, that'd be a good target for it. If this is Affinity, I don't know what we do. You know? Definitely bring in the fadeaways. Affinity seems like a really rough matchup. We have Fadeaway and Hydroblast. Kind of all we got. Anytime their opponent. Tolarian Winds is... I don't know if we're in a position where we want to do that. I think we just play Island Go and then we can brainstorm. Ooh, excuse me. This has not been a good day for connections. That's for sure. Yeah, as soon as I look away. Problem in connection. It seems to be an issue today. Yeah, buddy, you're not the only one. I'm not having issues on my end, but... Yep, this is Affinity. Put them back in our... Huh. Library in any order. So let me think here. We're putting 2, we can draw 1, and then we can mill over 1. So I think our best is to do you, then you. And then we'll draw the snap. We play this one. And then we Thought Scour ourselves. The Dredge next turn, I think, is what our game plan is. Oh, hold up now. Another ally enters the battlefield? Okay. It's going to be some kind of weird ally deck. I'm about it. Let's see what goes on. Let's see what our opponent's got going on. I'm interested. Thought Scour ourselves here. All right. So we could snap and brainstorm this turn. Oh, shoot. My bad. I didn't realize I was still on the stack. Float you. And pick you up. Snap back to reality. Let's just brainstorm with our floating mana here. And then we'll put Brownscale and Stinky on top. And then we'll pass. And then we can Thought Scour on our end step. The next turn, play an island and Serpentine Curve for a ton. That's what the plan is. The idea is, like, I know he gets the trigger effect again, but the idea is to keep... Like, he didn't have as much mana this turn to use. Okay. Interesting. Good news is the Serpentine Curve is going to be huge. Bad news is, I don't know if it's going to live or not. Another Stinky Boy in the grave. There might be an argument to play Stinky here. Is there an argument for it? Fuck it. We're here to do the Serpentine Curve thing. What we're here to do. We do have Artful Dodge in the grave, so we are technically presenting lethal next turn, potentially. If this thing lives through the turn. course it doesn't. Why would it? That's what I was afraid of. Oh well. Yeah, Stinky goes down next turn. Alright. How many of them have we mulled over yet? None. Surprising. Nope. Yeah, I don't think we're doing super hot this game. I mean, that's the problem you run when you play Serpentine Curve is the, you know, one removal card destroys your whole setup. Well, that would have been good a turn or so ago. I still think we play it. Pick up Serpentine Curve. Play Jace's Erasure and just hope we live through a turn. I don't know. We're probably dead. I think we bring in the Stitchwings. I think anytime you play against someone who's got a lot of removal, you need to bring in the Stitchwings, it feels like. We could just be dead to double Golgari here, too. That's a possibility, but let's gain a little bit of life here. All we got. Just hope it's enough. Why would it be? We're not entirely out of this yet, but we are getting very damn close. Do it. All the removal. Okay, no, now we're dead. Alright, well, that didn't go very well. Advanced Stitchwings, Fade Away, and Hydroblast. Feels good. Innocent Blood feels bad. I'm going to ditch Ideas Unbound. I'm going to ditch the Tolarian Winds. And what else can we bring in? Last Rites seems kind of interesting. No land card. To just strip them, hopefully, of like all their dudes. Bring in one of those. Let's do that. Try it like this. See what happens. This hand. I don't know if I like this hand. Keeping it. We'll see. I don't like the idea of losing our lands. You know what I mean? That's where I'm like having an issue with this deck. Well, we're going to go turbo mode here. I don't think we do. I don't think we go turbo mode. We don't have a good... Like, we just have the Serpentine Curves, right? But then we don't have any lands. I don't think we go turbo mode quite yet. I think we need more lands. Milieu. Let's discard Stinkweek Imp. I know Essence Harvest was rough to give up, but I think Snap is just better here. We just helped them out, I feel like. They were going to draw 5 lands in a row. Are you fucking kidding me? And we just milled them all out for them? Maybe they're stuck on land then. Play land. You know I was going to snap that guy. That was an original thought process there, was to snap him away. Say, we're in major trouble. I don't like these lands in this deck. I get it for Infect. This deck, I don't agree with them. I think they're way too slow and janky. Yep. But where we're at. And they just echoing truth our thing. Wow. Yeah, I don't think we're going to win this one. I don't think this is even going to be a close game. Our mana is too terrible this game. Which, to be fair, I kept a shaky hand. But it's all for the vein of learning, right? Oh, fuck you. Quit drawing these snaps. Oh, they have a counter spell. I'm just scooping. Alright, we're dead. Like, we don't have any mana. Alright, so 1 and 2. There are some much needed changes with this deck that needs to be done. I don't know if I have any. Which one is it? Where are you at? I lost you. I lost you. Serpentine. You, I think, need to go out. I don't think you need to be in the deck. My problem with that card is just... this isn't ideal. Actually. 1, 2... So my problem with the mana currently is that we were having trouble getting black mana, and then those the Saprazzan or whatever they're called. I don't even know where they'd be at. Magic's like search for stuff is a little janky. Especially when you have like a little bit of... So Saprazzan Skerry, my problem with that in this deck is Serpentine Curve's a 4. And it's like, I get why they're here, because you're trying to like turbo into it a little bit. But where you're dredging and milling yourself, you are losing mana, because you are milling a lot of land into the grave, and we don't have a way to pick lands up. We don't have a Life of the Loam in this deck. So when you have a land that, while yeah, it works in turboing out, the problem is that I don't know if I have any better. Where are you? I don't know if I have any better blue-black land here. Actually, no, Dakmor Salvage is uncommon. I was like, Dakmor Salvage would be good. Lonely Sandbar is tempting. Seeing what I have here real quick for mana. That's blue-black. What was this one down here then? Oh, that's the Aqueduct. I have Icy Tunnel. Not much. So I'd have to get them. I'll look up to see how much the enters the battlefield you gain a life one. That would be better than this one, but I'm gonna put this one in here for right now for a placeholder. But the issue is like I said, we are milling ourselves, right? So when you have a mana, well, it taps for 2 and it's good, and we did kind of ramp at some points to get stuff down earlier. And I get you could pick it up with Aqueduct, but the problem is like they're not the best lands, and they only tap for blue. So like if you mill them away, there was spots where it felt like an issue. As for the deck, I think Thought Scour should be changed out for Otherworldly Gaze. I think Otherworldly Gaze just runs. Did I spell that wrong? Just type in other. See what pops up. There it is. Add 4 to the deck. Go down the Thought Scours here. I think Otherworldly Gaze is just going to be much better than what than kind of what's going on with what we're doing, because flashback, you can kind of sort your deck a little bit. It kind of has a little bit of a brainstorm effect here. And then I actually think Brainstorm is worth going down 1 for a 4th Otherworldly Gaze, but also Brainstorm works really well for Jace's Assurance. It is also worth mentioning Otherworldly Gaze doesn't draw, which also, you know, doesn't work well with Jace's Assurance. I just think Otherworldly Gaze is going to be better for what we're doing. You know, we're not going to blindly mill a Serpentine Curve. There's arguments for it in Thought Scour. There really is. I want to try it next time with Otherworldly Gaze. I'm just going to go to the 3 with Otherworldly. Actually, where's it at? I'm going to leave the 4. I'm going to go down 3 in Ideas Unbound. Ideas Unbound was good, but it definitely felt the weakest. Tolarian Winds, that's probably my least favorite card in the deck, because there's a lot of times where I actually don't want to just dump my hand because we're trying to set up the Serpentine Curve. It just seems to work a little bit weirdly with Serpentine Curve. So I think next time around I'm going to try without. Sideboard wise, it felt okay. I really didn't. I mean, the matchups we had relevant sideboard cards, so I'm going to leave it alone for now. But I think next week when we play this deck, like I said, I got a couple other decks I wanted to play, and I was going to play it Saturday again if we couldn't get like some good games going. We ended up getting some games, so I think I'm going to hold this off till next week. But when we come back to some Magic, well, I mean the Serpentine Curve deck, this is the run I want to build. I mean, I want to try. Booleah, thank you again for the list. This deck is super cool. Like, there's a lot of cool stuff happening in this deck. I like it a lot. If you have any thoughts or comments, I would love to hear it. Maybe you've tinkered with the list a little bit more. And let's have a discussion about Thought Scour and Otherworldly Gaze and stuff like that. And I would also like to hear your opinion a little bit too on the land that I took out. I would love to hear your thoughts on that too. So that has been some Serpentine Dredge, and I'll see you all next time. If you want to, I'm running over my dog's chicken. If you want to subscribe, I do Magic the Gathering almost exclusively Pauper these days on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. I don't do a lot of leagues, but maybe that will change in the future. And I do a lot of other video games. I'm trying to do some new releases, trying to do some older stuff. So I hope you enjoy it. If you do, you can press that subscribe button, like or comment, share the video. All that stuff helps me out a bunch. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Take it easy. Peace.